this video, we're going back to the basics and talking about posture, what a good posture is, and if it really actually matters. My name is Josh Gu, and I'm taking my years of experience learning, teaching, and performing, and sharing all of my best clarinet and music tips so you can get more out of your practice, and most importantly, have fun. You can learn more about all of my many resources at quickstartclarinet.com, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell to get notified when I post new videos. So to get started, let's test if posture actually makes a difference. I'm going to play a couple notes with a few different postures and see how it sounds. So between all of those quite different postures, they all sounded pretty much the same. There's definitely differences in them and differences in how they present for sure, but they're not making a huge difference in your sound. So yes, playing with a good posture and having good posture is important, but it's not going to make you suddenly tons better just to sit up straight. That being said, there are probably reasons why you should sit up straight, and we're going to talk about those. But it's not the end-all be-all for the quality of your playing. Now, even though, like most things, it doesn't make a huge night and day difference, I want to talk about 3 reasons why posture kind of is important, and we'll do that after I talk about what kind of a good posture is. So, just a very quick rundown of good clarinet playing posture. One is feet flat on the ground, or you can have one foot or even both feet slightly under your chair, but feet more or less on the ground, feet underneath you, hips underneath your shoulders so that you're basically sitting upright like a human and using your body efficiently. This is actually not one of the 3 things that I'm going to talk about later, but is actually a very important part of just general good posture. If we're always playing the clarinet like this or doing whatever weird things, it's not using our body as efficiently as our body can be used, and not using those muscles and skeletal structures the way that they work their best and can sort of naturally balance us with good posture. So I'm going to mostly focus on posture for the clarinet, but all the general ideas of good posture definitely still apply, of course. So feet more or less flat on the ground or underneath you. Hips underneath your shoulders so that your back is straight and you're sitting up straight. Holding the clarinet nice and natural, not having the elbows too close and in or too far and out. Just nice and natural sort of elbow position. Head straight up. Clarinet comes to the mouth. This is an important one that even I find myself messing up sometimes, and lots of professionals do as well, where they kind of hold the clarinet and then bring the head to the clarinet. And from the side, that looks really bad when you have that kind of forward head going. So head upright, head balanced on the body, back straight, clarinet comes to the face, elbows at a nice natural position, shoulders nice and relaxed. Just all general good postural things. So that's the overview of good posture. Now let's talk about in what ways it actually matters. Like I demonstrated in the beginning, it makes a little difference in the quality of sound and ease and comfort of playing, but the ways that it makes a difference is related to something that has much, much more impact on the sound, which is the air. The air is maybe the one. Yeah, there's probably a couple, but it's one of the variables, the really big variables that actually can make a night and day difference. Really, it's all about the reed vibrations are going to determine your sound, and the big components to that are the reed itself and the mouthpiece and how they're vibrating together, the embouchure, of course, and then the air. And those are the big things that are going to make a night and day difference. Not posture, not even the clarinet itself so much, but those 3 things, the reed, the embouchure, and the air. Posture is kind of a side variable that supports the air in 2 big ways, and this is where posture is going to be somewhat important for having good air support. Way number 1 is where the air is starting and where the air is filling up. The way we breathe is we bring in air to our lungs by lowering the diaphragm and expanding the ribs. in order for the diaphragm to be able to lower, you need room down in your abdomen for the rest of your organs down there to kind of get slightly squished down by the diaphragm to make room. So the more crunched up you are, the less straight of a back you have, the less room there's going to be for those organs to move around, the less room the diaphragm will be able to go down, and the less full, deep breath you'll be able to get. So that's way number one, where posture matters, and that's why having our feet flat on the ground or even under our chair helps to sort of open up the hips, move the legs away from the abdomen to give those internal organs some room to move around as the diaphragm comes down. Way number two that's super important is the path of the air flowing out of your lungs. So if you're playing with this really kind of crunched up neck, and you can even hear it in my voice, how my voice changes when I start going like that, that's going to impact the flow of the air coming out of the clarinet. So again, if you have this kind of crunched up posture, you're not going to be able to get the diaphragm down to let air in, and the air is not going to flow out in sort of a seamless, resistance-free path. So that's way number two, that the posture actually makes a difference for the airflow, which actually makes a big difference in the quality of sound. Now, way number three is a little bit different and kind of a little bit different topic in general. It's not so much related to the air, but it's related to your kind of stage presence and the presence through which you're conveying the music in general. I think it's important for our posture to kind of reflect the music that we're playing a little bit. You don't want to do this too extreme, but most of the time when we're performing especially, or any time we're presenting the music, we're trying to present something and share it to the audience. Having a nice open chest will help us to sort of communicate those emotions and feelings with the listener, rather than being really timid and blocked off and shy and hiding our things, or like really lackadaisical and not caring about things like who cares, I'm just gonna play this concert and whatever happens, like that kind of presentation to it. So those kind of postural things are really significant as well to the audience from a stage presence perspective. So those are the three things. One, making sure you have enough room for the air to come in. Two, making sure that that air path is free flowing and you can get the air through the instrument. And three, presenting yourself in a way that you want to present the music. That's how and why posture actually matters. It's not going to be a deal breaker in the quality of your playing, but it will help with the airflow and your stage presence, and also your general comfort through general posture principles as well. So I hope that gives you some ideas on how to sort of work on your posture. I hope that you think about that next time you're practicing. If you want more of my very best free resources, you should check out my free members area at quickstartclarinet.com/get-started. There's lots of resources in there on practicing, rhythm, clarinet fundamentals, music fundamentals, all kinds of good stuff to propel you on the right path on your clarinet and music journey. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you in another one. And last but not least, a huge heartfelt thank you to the Dennersons. This is like the Quick Start Clarinet family who supports the channel and helps to make everything that I do possible. If you would like to support the channel and get some awesome rewards in return, where we can work one-on-one over video and you can have my full support moving forward on your clarinet journey, then go to quickstartclarinet.com/supporter.